Polish inventions. So this I didn't know, and we're going to get right into this one. It said 10 inventions you didn't know were Polish. So we're going to get right into this one. The link for this one will be in the description below. So please go over and show the content creators some love. Don't forget to check them out, guys. So let's get in this. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. Mwah. Let's get into this video. Here we go, because I want to hear all these.
They've changed the way we live. They come in all different colors, shapes, and sizes.
Okay.
We don't always understand them.
True.
Sometimes explaining it can be a little difficult. But they've helped us shed light on the world that we previously knew very little about. All of them landmarks in technology. And they all have one thing in common.
Okay.
They were made by Poles. Oh, kurczę, you might say. I had no idea a Pole invented that. But the English-speaking world often keeps the records, and maybe they were having problems with the spelling, let alone the pronunciation. In this video, we're shedding the limelight on the top 10 inventions made by Poles, at home and abroad.
Okay. Top 10 Polish
Number 10,
inventions.
the walkie-talkie.
Oh!
Born in Warsaw in 1909, Henryk Magnuski worked as a radio repairman for the Polish military, and he eventually ended up in Chicago. Surprise, surprise. It was here that he would be employed by the Galvin Manufacturing Company, which would later change its name to Motorola. Leading a team of radio engineers, they developed the SCR 300, the first radio to be used by American forces in Europe. This revolutionary mobile device became known amongst GIs as the walkie-talkie. Nowadays, you can find the walkie-talkie in just about any line of work.
True.
Take this part-time construction worker, for example, overseeing Magnuski's head. Number 9.
Did not know that it was a Polish person who invented the walkie-talkie. Had no clue whatsoever. And you see it every day. That's for true. That's sure. Because you see it in the schools. You see it construction workers. The teachers stop. Yep. If your kids play with it, when they're playing hide and seek or playing whatever, walkie-talkie. Okay, I hear you. Let's see what number 9 is.
Esperanto. Imagine a world where there is one neutral language that everyone can communicate in. A language of understanding and diplomacy that has the power to end international conflicts and foster world peace. That was the dream of a linguist from Białystok by the name of L.L. Zamenhof. While studying in Warsaw as a young man, he began to develop Esperanto, largely based on his knowledge of the Romance, Germanic and Slavic language groups, but with a much simpler grammatical structure that could be easily learned. A simple language invented by a Pole. Who'd have thought? After more than 30 years of development and several books published, the first World Esperanto Conference was held in 1905. Since then, the movement of Esperantists has continued to grow, and today there are an estimated 63,000 to 2 million speakers of Esperanto.
Oh!
Number 8.
Still don't get Esperanto? I think that one kind of flew over my head, to be honest with you guys. I really don't get it. There's a lot, but now I get what he's saying. It's a simple language that can be understood by many others. Well, okay.
More than 30 years of development and several books published, the first World Esperanto Conference was held in 1905. Since then, the movement of Esperantists has continued to grow, and today there are an estimated 63,000 to 2 million speakers of Esperanto.
Okay.
Number 8.
Okay, I know that's right. The kerosene lamp is the next one. The kerosene lamp is invented by Okay.
Kerosene lamp. The story of the kerosene lamp can be traced back to the present-day Ukrainian city of Lviv, which used to be Lvov, Poland. It was here in 1853 that two Polish chemists, Jan Zek and Ignacy Łukasiewicz, attempted to distill alcohol from oil, which at the time was an incredibly cheap resource being extracted in the region. Though they failed to make anything potable, at least not to any self-respecting spirit connoisseur, what they did discover was a clear flammable liquid that burned long and bright, and more importantly, it didn't stink like oil. Putting the liquid called kerosene to work, they asked a local tinsmith to make a lamp with a small tank at the bottom. Thus, the classic shape of the kerosene lamp had been born. Number 7.
Interesting. I used to use that kerosene lamp in Jamaica on the bat. Had no idea whatsoever it was invented by someone from Poland. It's a Polish invention. That's crazy. You see that, guys? Use worldwide the kerosene lamp. Wow. That's a good one.
The railway signal device.
Oh!
Jan Josef Baranovsky deserves the award for the most proactive employee of all time when it comes to his work for the French railway. Fleeing Poland after the failed November uprising of 1830, Baranovsky first worked as a bank teller and cashier in France before he landed a job as a bookkeeper for the National Rail Network.
Okay.
Baranovsky made several key inventions for the railway system, including the first ever ticket printing machine that could spit out 5,000 tickets an hour, and each with a unique serial number. But at a time when railroad accidents were becoming more and more frequent, it was Baranovsky's automated railway signalling device, invented in 1857, that made the biggest impact on the industry. Prior to this, signalling depended on employees waving flags at various points along the track, as well as their knowledge of when and where the trains were coming from. In an age of increasingly busy railway lines, the Baranovsky signal, as it became known, avoided countless accidents and undoubtedly saved a lot of lives.
Yep.
Number 6.
Had no clue. Can you imagine? 1857. That's a long time ago. He even invented the machine that print the tickets for the railway. Now his brain was clicking. That's amazing. Did not know that. You see, I'm learning something new. You're never too old to learn something new. Isn't that something? So the light signal on the railways, it was a Polish invention. Wow.
The telectroscope. Jan Szczepanik, often referred to as the Polish Edison, made several contributions to technology throughout his lifetime. However, it's his version of the telectroscope, produced in 1898, that is considered to be a landmark in the development of telecommunication. A telectroscope is a scope and lens, amplified with electricity, that can reproduce images from a distance.
Oh!
Sound familiar? You may not be surprised to know that the term telectroscope was replaced around the turn of the century with the word television.
Oh!
Though he was certainly not the first, Szczepanik's weird machine, as it was called, is alleged to have been able to recreate colour, which would make Szczepanik the forefather of colour television. Number 5.
I know that's right. Guys, it's crazy. You sit here and you listen to this, and it may sound weird to a lot of people and it may sound sad, but most of the time you think these things are invented in America because they make it seem that way. Oh, we're the first inventors, we're the first invented, and they take credit for so many inventions that they didn't do. So that right there was like, okay, isn't that an American invention? But it's not, So right there, even the machine that print out the ticket for and the light that the signal light that helped the railway, you'd think it was an American invention or a British invention, seeing that the railway and that started there. So yeah.
The paperclip.
Oh.
Whilst the person behind the idea of the mighty paperclip has long been disputed, one contender for your praise may be the famous Polish pianist and composer Josef Hoffmann.
Okay.
Praised by many as the greatest pianist that ever lived, Hoffmann was also an inventor in his spare time. It's been suggested that the inspiration behind the shape of the paperclip was the treble clef, no doubt burned into his brain after hours of reading piano scores. Hoffmann is also accredited for developing one of the earliest mechanical windscreen wipers, which apparently was inspired by the back and forth motion of his metronome.
Oh, Lord.
Number 4.
Now that's cool. That's awesome. The earlier invention of windshield wiper and paper clip, and where the ideas came from. Isn't that something? And this was what? Polish invention. Wow.
The electric-powered submarine. Although experimentation with submersible craft had existed since the mid-16th century, it was a Pole who first successfully created a submarine powered solely by electricity. Mechanical engineer Stefan Grzewietzky was taken on by the Navy of the Russian Empire in 1877, and it was here that he made a huge number of developments in submarine technology. The biggest of these came in 1884, when he installed a battery-powered propeller to a one-man submarine that could chug along at a steady 4 knots an hour. While it may sound slightly unimpressive now, this was a major technological advancement at the time, and especially considering the fact that most submarines were still relying on coal power and oars. Outside of submarine technology, Grzewietzky is also the guy who invented the taximeter, of all things. Number 3.
Cause I'm like, submarine? When did he invent that? But then I'm like, he said it. The battery operated. It was done by coal. See the difference? That's why you gotta listen. While there were other submarines, like he said, that was using coal, that wasn't the case with his invention. Got it. That's awesome.
The vote counting machine. Oh, look, it's our friend Baranovsky again. The mid-19th century was a time of renewed interest in liberal democracy, and public voting was taken very seriously. Realising the overwhelming task of counting votes, as well as issues of scrutiny and impartiality, Baranovsky conceived the idea that it would be better for a machine to do all the counting instead. No doubt his obsession with numbers was the major motivator behind this.
Yep.
And other machines he patented as well include the gas meter. Yes, apparently he invented that as well.
Hold up. Hold up. So you're telling me that the poll, when you're counting tickets from voting, it's not an American invention, it's a Polish invention. And the gas meter as well is a Polish invention? Mind blown. Push. Isn't that something? Number 2, cotton. Cotton swab is a Polish invention.
Number 2, cotton swabs.
Oh, wow.
A cornerstone of modern hygiene, the cotton swab was developed by Leo Gostowzang, a Pole from Warsaw who made the Chicago move in 1912. The story goes that in 1923, Gostowzang found his wife, Jutta, applying cotton wads to toothpicks in an attempt to reach those hard-to-clean places. This became the inspiration behind the Q-tip, Q standing for quality.
Wow.
But unlike his wife's toothpick, the Q-tip had 2 cotton tips to allow for double takes. Before we reveal...
That's pretty cool. That's a good idea right there. And look at it. These are stuff that we're using today. That's crazy. That's just amazing. Not crazy, but amazing to just know that.
A number 1 Polish invention, we'd like to mention that Poland in Your Pocket is currently struggling financially. No thanks to the coronavirus situation. In the description, you'll find a link to our donation campaign, where you can make a contribution to keep us going at this difficult time. And we really do appreciate any support that you can give us. Number 1, the bulletproof vest. If you can stop a bullet, you're either Superman or a Pole. The first commercially produced bulletproof vest was made by a Polish priest named Kazimierz Zeglen, who travelled to the US in the 19th century. It was here that he came across the research of a George E. Goodfellow, a physician based out in the Wild West. It was Goodfellow that observed how gunshot victims who had silk fabric against their bodies often had reduced injuries when struck by a bullet. Expanding on his research, Zeglen developed a centimetre-thick vest of layered and woven silk that could stop a bullet altogether. He publicly demonstrated his new invention in 1897. The priest wore the vest, and the assistant fired the bullet. But Zeglen's vest was not a viable product. It was slow to produce, not to mention the outrageous price tag of $800 US, which is about $25,000 today. Enter Pole number 2, Jan Szczepanik. I think you've been acquainted. Szczepanik, who had been developing automated weaving...
Hold up. The bulletproof vest is a Polish invention. What?
Technology for years, teamed up with Jeglen and managed to work out the whole mass production thing. The bulletproof vest was a huge success amongst the rich and the famous who could afford the ridiculous price tag that still remained. Most notably, Stepanek managed to palm one off to King Alfonso of Spain, and the vest saved his life during an assassination attempt. Archduke Franz Ferdinand is alleged to have been offered a vest, but turned it down. And we all know how that turned out. Jeglen and Stepanek eventually had a falling out over business relations, and although Jeglen never relinquished his authorship, it was Stepanek's weaving production and entrepreneurship that made his profit greater. So much so, in fact, that Jeglen's contributions are all but forgotten today. It's also interesting to note that over 60 years later, it was an American woman of Polish descent, Stephanie Kwolek, that developed the polymer for Kevlar, the fabric which is used in today's standard issue bulletproof vests.
Wow.
So what did you think of our list? Were there any crucial Polish inventions that we somehow overlooked? Make sure you leave a comment below. And in the meantime, if you're interested in checking out more content on Poland, make sure you head along to poland.inyourpocket.com or check out one of our city Facebook pages. We'll see you next time.
See you next time, buddy. I did enjoy this video, that's for sure, because I didn't know half of those things were Polish inventions. That, like I said, majority of them I thought they were American inventions or British inventions, but the cotton swab, bulletproof vest, kerosene lamp. I'm like, I'm like, what? The signal light for on a train? That's crazy. That's amazing. Hi, Mama. That's just amazing right there. You guys did good. You did amazing. Even that thing for the television. Amazing. Hi. Good morning. How are you? Did you sleep okay? Yeah. Okay. I love you. Guys, it's the Island Girl and I'm running out of here. Amazing video. Love that. Now I learned something new. Like I said, you're never too old. Okay. You're never too old to learn something new. I love that. It's the Island Girl and I'm running out of here. Be good, be kind. Did you guys know that these inventions, these 10 inventions that he said, did majority you guys knew that they were Polish inventions? Let me know in the comment section. Let's chat it up together. Be good, be kind, be safe out there. Love each other, and I'll definitely catch you guys in another video. Don't forget to give this one a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the like button. Tell YouTube that you like the content, guys. Not only that, if you'd like to become a member to the channel, just hit that join button and you see all the exclusive perks that are offered. Mwah! See you in another one. Love you guys. Bye. Bye.